For 6 years in the 1960s and 1970s, this hill on Southeast 29th Street near Lake Shawnee was the site each summer of an annual racing competition featuring homemade cars powered only by gravity. This is Tim Rencher, the history guy for CJ Online, talking about the Soapbox Derby. The National Derby, featuring unpowered cars, first took place in 1934 and continues today. It offers local competitions each year at various sites, with the championship being held at Akron, Ohio. This photo shows Topekan Russell Dyke sanding his soapbox car in preparation for the Topeka competition held in 1971. The Topeka Daily Capital reported Topeka had gone 17 years without soapbox derby racing when that competition returned to the capital city in 1968. Only boys ages 11 to 15 were allowed to build a car and race. The car and its driver weren't allowed to weigh more than 250 pounds combined. Soapbox derby rules also govern such things as height, length, and wheelbase. This photo shows a boy and his car being weighed in prior to the Topeka race in 1971. The top finalists in the competition, held on Topeka's 29th Street Strip, won U.S. savings bonds, with the champion earning the right to compete in Akron for college scholarships and the national title. This photo showed Mark Kingman crossing the finish line in 1971 to win the Topeka title and a savings bond worth $500. This photo showed David McLaughlin on the left and Doug Kinch on the right, finishing in a tie while competing for the Topeka Championship in 1970. Kinch went on to win that title, then received a trophy at Akron for having the best constructed soapbox racer. Girls were first allowed to race here in 1972. This driver, Doug Scott, filled in as a last-minute substitute that year for a girl who'd suffered a broken wrist during a crash on a practice run. This photo showed local soapbox derby director Joe Nernshield telling Todd Pettit about soapbox derby in January 1973 at the White Lakes Mall as part of an effort to promote the competition. 18 youngsters took part in that year's derby. This is Tim Rencher, the history guy for CJ Online.